When there was nothing, there was God, Kaira Khan, and endless water. But Kaira Khan gets bored. Mother Ak comes out of the water, says create, and goes back in. So Kaira Khan creates a being similar to himself and names it the person, Kaira Khan, and the person to fly over the endless water. The person wants to fly higher than the one who created him, but he cannot fly and falls into the water. When he is about to drown, he begs God. Kaira Khan commands, "Rise!" Because the person is now a sinner, Kaira Khan names him Erlik. A tree with 9 branches grows on the ground. God creates a different person under each branch and says, "Let there be 9 nations." Erlik becomes jealous of these people and begins to lead them to evil. The god Kaira Khan creates a world of light for himself on the 17th floor of heaven and retreats there. Erlik ascends to Kaira Khan's floor and builds a world for himself. This disturbs Kaira Khan. Kaira Khan sends one of his angels to destroy Erlik's world, and the angel shatters his world into pieces. These pieces fall on the first world created for humans. Mountains are formed in the old flat world. God punishes Erlik again. He banishes him to the lowest level of the earth. He orders him to stay there until the end of the world. He himself sits on the 17th floor of heaven and withdraws from the earth. Steppe life is harsh and dangerous. For this reason, Turks lived in Obas and adopted a nomadic lifestyle. The Turks, who were constantly migrating, could not engage in agriculture, so they based their livelihood on animal husbandry and hunting. The Turks, who were very advanced in horsemanship, formed an emotional bond with their horses and saw them as part of their own bodies. In addition to horseback riding, Turks also developed themselves very well in archery. Turkish youth, who started practicing archery and horseback riding at a young age, grew up as soldiers and served their tribe when they grew up. In ancient Turkic beliefs, shamans with their unique equipment healed, communicated between humans and spirits, and led religious rituals. Turkish women joined the army when necessary and fought for their obas. Turkish women, who also played an important role in governance, had the same power as the Oba Bey and even ruled the country on their own at times. Turkish beys lived with the people. Turkish leaders were chosen and blessed by God in line with the Kut belief. Turks were influenced by the harsh climate and environmental factors brought about by the steppe life and turned to search for better living spaces. Some went to the east, some to the west, and some to the south, and some of them went north. Turks migrated for many years, built states and destroyed states. Unlike other places they had visited before, the Turks who came to Anatolia saw Anatolia as their homeland. Turks who established states in Anatolia lived in these lands for centuries and continued to spread. Turks who had been engaged in agriculture and animal husbandry since their migration from Central Asia started to settle down in masses with their migration to Anatolia. Turkish culture, which was in contact with many cultures in Anatolia, underwent changes, and with this change their lives also began to change. The Turks, who continued the archery tradition dating back to Central Asia, continued to make a difference in the battlefields with their archery units. The Ottoman Empire, which had achieved many victories in Anatolia for centuries, opened and closed ages, and spread over 3 continents, was losing power day by day. As the Ottoman Empire began to lose power, a vacuum of authority emerged in Anatolia. The empire was losing power. The loss of power was causing territorial losses, and the distant sounds of war were getting closer and closer. The crumbling empire was no longer able to protect the country. The people who started to rise up against the occupations under the leadership of patriotic leaders were preparing to open a white page in Anatolia. Surrounded on all sides, despair prevailed in Anatolia. Ataturk and his comrades in arms organized congresses all over the country to mobilize the people against the occupation. Turks, who achieved the impossible in the face of impossibilities, crowned their victory with the Republic and declared their independence. The Republic of Turkey, which started to modernize rapidly after the proclamation of the Republic, has made many innovations at the constitutional level and has progressed rapidly towards becoming a modern country. The Turks, who braved many difficulties for the sake of the Republic, have come to this day by not compromising their independence and continued to keep the centuries-old Republic alive. And today, Turkish youth will continue to follow the path paved by their ancestors and protect the legacy left to them.